Hi! These are another 21 diverse and uncommon facts that will entertain and fascinate you. So let's get going. An elephant trunk has no bones, a small amount of fat, and close to 40,000 separate muscles, compared to 600 muscles in the entire human body. Eating 22 pounds of chocolate or 85 bars at one sitting can cause death by theobromine poisoning. Symptoms include trembling, excessive sweating, and severe headaches, followed by death by cardiac failure, dehydration, and seizures. On a trip to South Africa with her first husband Archie in 1922, 31-year-old Agatha Christie discovered surfing. She is thought to be the first Western woman to stand up on a surfboard. Shashikant Phadnis, a young chemist at Queen Elizabeth College, in London, was involved in developing a new insecticide by adding a highly toxic chemical to sugar. He was told to test the powder, but he misunderstood and thought he was told to taste it. He put a little of it on the tip of his tongue and found it extremely sweet. The British company Tate & Lyle later developed it and marketed it as Splenda. At 3:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, women look their oldest. This is the day of the highest stress levels of the week, combined with the natural mid-afternoon slump and possibly still clearing toxins of a boozy weekend treat that 46% of women admit to indulging in occasionally. There is only one gun shop in Mexico. To enter the Directorate of Arms and Munitions Sales situated on the outskirts of Mexico City, customers must undergo months of background checks, have completed 6 documents, and are frisked by uniformed soldiers. The shop supplies 10% of all guns, the remainder are smuggled over the border from the USA. It is estimated that 95% of avocados are genetically the same. In 1926, Rudolph Haas, a postal worker, purchased some avocado seeds from a local nursery in La Habra Heights, California, that was sourcing avocado seeds from restaurant scraps. The resultant Hass avocados are still the main cropping variety grown to this day. Bowhead whales have been recorded living for more than 200 years, which means they were adults before the novel Moby Dick was written by Herman Melville in 1851. Astronauts have a device known as a Valsalva attached to the inside of their helmet's visor. They can wedge their noses against it to equalize the pressure in their ears and nose when the pressurization of the spacecraft changes. This device will also let them scratch their nose. In earlier missions, a piece of Velcro was fitted for this purpose. A study of over 2,000 people found those whose mothers were over 39 when they were born had more than twice the rate of left-handedness as those whose mothers were under 30. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, 1 ton of electronic scrap from computers has more gold than 17 tons of gold ore. Americans alone trash 50 million computers a year. In 2003, 2.5 million Mills and Boon novels were used to build the M6 toll road in England. The books were pulp and used to construct the top layer of the road. This binds the tarmac and asphalt together and provides superb sound absorption. That gives a new meaning to pulp fiction. When Einstein died in Princeton Hospital, New Jersey, his brain was pickled, cut up into 240 cubes, mounted on slides and left in a box marked Costa cider for 20 years. Until the 1960s. African clawed frogs were used for pregnancy tests. This was known as the frog assay, and involved injecting a woman's urine into a female frog and checking for ovulation. The test was not as accurate as modern pregnancy tests. People who believe in luck are in fact unhappy compared to those who do not, according to new research from the University of Bath in the UK. The study found that those who believe in luck are more unhappy, pessimistic and neurotic than those who do not believe in it. They do, however, trust their instincts more and may take more risks, which does make them more lucky. In 2003, the British Arts Council funded an arts project where 6 monkeys were left to type the works of Shakespeare by chance. After 6 months, they had not typed a single word, broken the computer and pooped on the keyboard. Edgar Allan Poe received $9 for the publication of The Raven. Of the 1,500 copies printed in 1845, one was sold in 2009 for $662,500 at Christie's, New York. Frank Sinatra's wife Barbara revealed he was obsessed with cleanliness. After his death, she was quoted as saying he took about 12 showers a day and always smelled of lavender. The combined wealth of the world's richest 85 people is now equivalent to that owned by half of the world's population, or 3.5 billion of the poorest people, according to a report from Oxfam. Recent research has shown that people who pet their dog and talk to it have a lower blood pressure than those engaged in human conversation. There will always be a Friday the 13th in a month that begins on a Sunday. That's just simple arithmetic. I hope you enjoyed watching and thank you for viewing this far. If you'd like to receive notifications of new videos, please subscribe.